Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Welcome back to another video. Today I have some leaked images for episode 127 of Dragon Ball Super. Right away, I know a lot of you guys are looking at your screen. You saw the thumbnail and you're like, WTF? Is that an image of baby Jiren? What's going on here? We're going to talk about that in a second. But before we do, just real quick, guys, my name is Dooley. You can find me at youtube.com/Dooley. But you won't just find me. You'll find a community of over 44,000 Dragon Ball Super fans. A growing family, and you are welcome to be part of it. You can join by clicking the subscribe button below this video or the link in the description. If you do decide to do that, guys, then welcome to the family in advance. I had a couple more announcements I wanted to talk about, but we're gonna save that for another time because I want to jump right into these images. 4 images in total, 3 of which are completely brand new, and those are the ones I'm most excited to talk about. Like the one on your screen right now. Yes, that is a baby Jiren. In 127, we are finally going to get some information about Jiren's past. I can imagine the caption for this image being something like, "Ever since I was a child, I had to train to protect my people." Or something like, "Since we were children, we were trained to protect justice and peace. Do you like my Jiren impression?" Seriously though, this image shows Jiren training ever since he was a child. It could be to imply that he had to fight since he was young, and obviously you only ever have to fight when there is a conflict at hand. So I am interested in finding out what that conflict is. Hopefully we learn that in 127. The thing that's also interesting about this image though, guys, is below Jiren we see those silhouettes, and in my opinion that's Jiren's race. They all sort of look like him. Those outlines sort of all look like him. The one in the middle, to be honest, kind of looks like Jiren to me. Maybe that's Jiren's dad or Jiren himself. Not that it matters, because an entire race of people as strong as Jiren, I can't even fathom that. I can't even imagine what that means. I sort of kind of feel like if that race still existed, all the gods of destructions and possibly even some of the angels would have problems. So maybe, and this is speculation, but maybe this flashback is telling us about how Jiren's race met its erasure, why Jiren values justice, and what he plans to wish for if he got to use the Super Dragon Balls. With 4 episodes left in the Tournament of Power, it's about time we find out what that wish was. So maybe that's what we're gonna see. It might also be a final confirmation on what he meant when he said, "I seek that which is beyond strength." So very interesting stuff. It's looking like we're gonna get some heavy story tonight as well as the fighting. This just occurred to me, so I want to say it real quick. If Jiren's race really was erased, however that happened, I'm looking at Zeno, but it doesn't have to be. However it managed to happen, let's say his race was erased. Obviously that would make Jiren one of the few survivors, if not the only survivor of that race. In addition to that, it looks like Jiren has been fighting since he was a child, a little child. Guys, does Jiren's story so far sound like anyone else in the series? I'm not gonna say any names, but can anyone else think of someone who's had their race erased, managed to survive that erasure, values justice and peace, and is now likely the strongest being from his universe? Like I said, I'm not gonna say any names, but his name starts with a G and ends with an Oku. Last thing I want to say about this image though is, how do you guys feel about baby Jiren? Do you think he's a cute kid, or do you think he looks more like a housefly? I'm gonna be honest, I'm somewhere in the middle, but I'm leaning more towards housefly. I want you guys to vote below and let me know what you think. Either hashtag cute kid or hashtag housefly. Anyway, moving on. Guys, we have this dope image of Android 17, Mr. MVP himself. As a lot of you guys know, I believe that Android 17 will be getting eliminated in this episode 127, and I'm assuming that this image is right before that happens. He is looking back and kind of smiling. I think he is talking to Goku and Vegeta, who are on the floor behind him in this moment. He is trying to protect them from Jiren. This is after Jiren powers up with his brand new aura and power. This man, this legend, stands in front of the 2 Saiyans and tries to use his barrier to buy them enough time to recover. I'm almost tearing up a little bit. Android 17, you did well, bro. You did well. You did what you had to do. Now go take a rest. Moving on, we have this dope image of Jiren powering up. This guy looks like his aura is made out of lava. It's crazy. The only thing I can think of to compare it to is Goku's aura when he's in Super Saiyan God with the red hair. But still, that's not even close to this. This is like, you can see that heavy, thick layer of like, it looks like lava on the outside of flames around him. It's just crazy. Him standing on that rock, it looks like he's at the top of a volcano absorbing its power or something like that. Just a dope image of Jiren. This is what they're calling his true power. I want to say this is going to be his full power. This is the state that he's going to be in when he eliminates everyone else and during his fight with Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. And it just looks unbelievable. This looks amazing. I can't wait to see this tonight. Anyway, moving on, the final image of the bunch is one we've seen before. We saw it in a preview for this episode at the end of last week's episode, but it's still a pretty dope image. In my opinion, this is before we see that full max power Jiren. This screenshot is taken from earlier in the episode, right after we saw that initial power up from Jiren. Goku and Vegeta power up again themselves and they charge towards Jiren. I talked more about that in my pregame, which I'll link in a card right now. You should definitely check that out if you haven't seen it yet. That aside though, I have to commend my guy Vegeta for being able to hop back into Limit Breaker seconds after his fight with God of Destruction Toppo. Unbelievable. Vegeta really is pushing himself in this tournament. We know Vegeta is going to get another one-on-one with Jiren. It will likely start towards the end of this episode. If not, it'll definitely happen in next week's episode. And we can see why that one-on-one is going to happen, because the determination in Vegeta's face. Yes, Goku is determined as well, but Vegeta literally just lost all his stamina and he's back in his max form. When Goku lost all his stamina, it took him a while. So yeah, I am looking forward to that 1v1 Vegeta versus Jiren round 2. Either way, guys, that is all I have for this video. All really good looking images. They just all made me more excited for tonight's episode, especially that thing with Jiren's past. We've all been waiting a while to find out what this guy is really about, and it looks like we're gonna get some insight tonight. As usual though, guys, my name is Dooley. You can follow this channel outside of YouTube and social media links in the description, including Discord. Hashtag DoCrew. Thank you guys for all the support. I will be talking to you guys again real soon. Have a great day. Bye.